Hi everyone, my name is Jessica and I am the 4-H and Ag Agent in Grant County, New Mexico. This presentation is all about eggs and is brought to you by the Grant County Cooperative Extension Service. To begin, hens or female chickens start producing eggs when they are about 6 months old. They can lay eggs for about 5 to 10 years and will lay one egg every 24 to 26 hours. So about 6 eggs per week, and as hens age, the size of the egg gets bigger. Hens need 12 to 14 hours of light to continue to lay eggs. Egg production usually declines during molting. Molting is when chickens shed their old feathers for new ones. Eggshells come in a variety of colors, including white, dark brown, light brown, and shades of green. You can tell what color of an egg a hen will lay by looking at the color of her skin on her earlobe. There is no nutritional difference among eggs of different shell colors, grades, or whether they are produced organically, free range, or conventionally. In order for eggs to hatch, the hen must be exposed to a male chicken known as a rooster, and the eggs have to be fertilized. Eggs that are bought at the grocery store are usually non-fertile eggs, so they shouldn't hatch. Now let's go over the parts of the egg. The shell, a hard protective covering made of calcium carbonate. The shell is porous. The egg shell has more than 7,000 tiny pores that allow oxygen to pass into the egg and carbon dioxide to escape. Immediately beneath the shell are 2 membranes, the outer and inner shell membranes. These membranes protect the contents of the egg from bacteria and prevent moisture from leaving the egg too quickly. The air cell. The air cell, located between the inner and outer membranes at the large end of the egg, holds oxygen for the chick to breathe. The albumin, also known as the egg white, cushions the egg yolk floating within it and is the main source of protein and water for the embryo. The yolk provides food for the embryo. It is made up of fats, carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, and minerals. The germinal disc. This is the white spot on the yolk. This is where the female's genetic material is found. The choriza are cords on 2 sides of the yolk that keep the yolk floating in the center of the albumin. How can you tell if an egg has been fertilized or not? By looking at the germinal disc. The germinal disc is the white spot on the yolk. It's very small. The non-fertile germinal disc contains only the female cells and looks like a solid white spot. A fertile egg, the germinal disc contains both the female and male cells. The fertile germinal disc on the yolk looks like a circle with a somewhat clear center. Now let's talk about egg grading. The process of sorting eggs into one of 3 classifications, grade AA, A, and grade B. Grade is determined by measuring the exterior and the interior quality of the egg. Exterior quality. Eggs must have clean, smooth shells with no cracks, no flaws, and no rough areas. Abnormal shells do not meet the necessary requirements. The unbroken shells must also be oval-shaped and be slightly larger at one end. Eggs that do not meet these requirements are classified as restricted eggs and cannot be sold to food manufacturers, retailers, or shoppers. This is what a grade A egg looks like. Grade A eggs must be clean and free of defects. They can have small specks, stains, or cage marks that do not detract from the general clean appearance of the egg. Grade A eggs can also show traces of processing oil used to preserve freshness. The processing oil may create a shiny or opaque appearance. Cage marks is the term used to refer to dirty marks, dirty lines, or translucent lines on the shell when eggs are collected. Dirty marks or lines are due to rusty or dirty wires in the cage floor or egg rollout trays. Translucent lines result when the shell fails to dry out quickly after laying. Grade A eggs may show small cage marks that do not detract from the general appearance of the egg. Darker cage marks that do detract from the appearance of the egg would be grade B. Eggs with large cage marks having a three-dimensional appearance would be considered dirty eggs. Shape. Eggs that are spherical or round or too long to fit in the egg carton should be graded B quality. B quality grades include eggs that are clearly misshapen or that have definite flat areas. Texture. Eggs with faulty texture are much weaker in shell strength and may be broken during distribution. Occasionally, calcium deposits will appear on eggshells. If the calcium deposits on an egg are less than 1/8 of an inch in diameter, the egg is grade A. There is no standard for the number of calcium deposits allowed on an egg, which means that an egg with small calcium deposits over the entire egg can be classified as grade A, as long as the calcium deposits are each less than 1/8 inch in diameter. If any of the calcium deposits are larger than 1/8 of an inch in diameter, the egg is classified as grade B. Body checks can cause weakened shells. This is a condition in which the eggshell looks like it is cracked, but the shell is intact. Body check occurs during shell formation when the shell is cracked and then partially calcified before being laid. An egg with body check is classified as grade B. An egg that has a broken shell or a crack in the shell, but its shell membranes are intact and egg contents do not leak is considered checked and should be classified as a loss. An egg that has cracked or breaks in the shell and the egg contents are exuding or free to exude through the shell are considered as leakers and should be classified as a loss. Eggs with stains can be grade B or dirty reject depending on the intensity of the stain, the type of stain, as well as the amount of shell covered by the stain. Interior quality. It might not sound possible to grade an egg's interior without cracking it open, but it can be done through a method called candling, or turning an egg over a candling light. Candling uses a bright light to evaluate the egg yolk, the egg white, and the size of the air cell. Egg yolks must have a strong yolk outline with no blood spots or embryo development, while egg whites must be clear and thick enough to support the yolk. The shallower the air cell, the higher the egg grade. Standard cage eggs, cage-free eggs, free-range eggs, organic eggs, and other types of specialty eggs are all graded according to the same scale. U.S. grade AA. These eggs are almost perfect. A grade AA egg is the highest quality egg you can buy. The egg whites, the albumin, are thick and firm. The yolks are high and round, and the shells are clean and unbroken. U.S. grade A. This is the grade most often sold in stores. Grade A eggs have the same exterior quality as grade AA eggs, but their interior quality is slightly lower, as their whites are not as firm. Don't worry, they're perfectly safe to eat. They just don't have the near perfect presentation of grade AA eggs. U.S. grade B. Grade B eggs don't meet the same exterior or interior quality of grade AA and grade A eggs, but they're still safe to eat. Their whites are thinner and their yolks whiter and flatter than the whites and yolks of higher grade eggs. Additionally, they may be misshapen and have rough or thin spots. You won't often come across grade B in stores because they're usually used to make liquid, frozen, and dried egg products, as well as other products containing eggs.